Part
What up? I'm Yaz, your
3.
favorite Puerto Rican Brooklyn Philly, with part three. Last but certainly not least, I'm hearing of the message, right? It would behoove you, I'm hearing, to go, oh, and I just got chills all through my whole right hemisphere of my brain. Look that up. I forget what the right hemisphere. I know when I'm speaking or thinking of specifically of the right hemisphere being attuned with the masculine and feminine energy, I want to say, I'm not gonna say. They say don't just guesstimate. See, no, and they're saying to say that in his Islam, right? Not Islam. Yeah, you catch that later. In Islam, not Islam. Uh, uh, Fact checking is very, you just don't spew shit out your mouth unless you certain, and you give the disclaimer when you're not, and allow others to make sure that they go. There's something significant about that, right? There's something about not taking people's ish, I'm hearing, at face value, not believing. Don't believe the hype. I don't know where. Guess what I want y'all to do for me? Yeah, spirit, your ancestors, somebody saying don't believe the hype. Fact check shit for yourself, right? Don't just come on here on any channel, any platform, and just believe shit that come out of people's mouth, right? I'm hearing, do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, right? So fact check. Now the energy has shifted. The first two were pretty, cool, calm, and collective. This one is getting a little gangster. So I don't know who's tuning into this message, but I'm hearing again, it would behoove you to go back to part two and part one, and do it in order, right? And I'm hearing that in that order. That's oh my God. He was named after a puppy or something. Is that that show where Scrappy, yeah, his mom, and in that order, right? So I just got somebody gangster, right? Respect my gangster type ancestor, mama specifically. Interestingly enough, but the card that came out in was the Three of Wands, and right in the Three of Wands, you can see that they're waiting. There's a spirit I'm hearing of expectation, waiting for that ship to come in, right? Waiting for what I have anticipated, invested, something that I threw out. Now I'm expecting I'm hearing return on investment, ROI. ROI has been very significant in a couple of. There's something about, yeah. There's something about, just like with fact checking, right? Don't. Now I'm hearing the scripture. Don't cast your pearls among swine. Watch where you throw in your valuables, right? And who you giving your. And I know that that's to be true, because we was just talking about in the. Yeah, don't go to the last previous. You got to watch the previous one, right? Because then I'm hearing, I detract time from this video, trying to go back from the other video. There's something about the empath, you being a good, a kind-hearted person that feels and then wants to over explain, and let people do some of the work themselves. There's something in there. There's a reason why that's coming out. Also because it protects you from overexerting and draining yourself out. Okay. And especially when you have put in the work. Look, you see the little buds sprouting on these wands, right? So you've done the work necessary. So then why wouldn't you be expecting something to come in? You should be, because you've put something out to receive something. So there's something about reciprocity, right? Not transactional, but reciprocity, right? And I know that to be so because the Ace of Wands came out in the reverse. And when I first asked Spirit, like, well, what's up with that? Confirmation, pay attention. There's something about, there's no need to go back and do something. There's no need for a new beginning here, right? This is the time to be patient, right? And it's not just about patient, but to believe in yourself, that you have done the necessary work to bring in what you desire, that you, now I'm hearing, are more than capable, have already within everything that you need for this part, right? Because we at the three, but it's significant, right? I know we still got the rest of the journey, but on this part of the journey, you have done what you need to receive what you're expecting, right? And you see the ship coming in with two little people on it, bringing that ship in, right? So no need to start over here, right? No need for new beginning here. I don't know why my accent now automatically changed. That's for somebody. You remember somebody that talked to you like this, child, right? And they saying don't try to begin something new. You are progressing very well. Trust yourself, right? And continue the journey, right? A long time ago. That you started a long time ago. Yes. Then the next card that came out was the High Priestess. And I know the High Priestess, I was ecstatic when I clarified it with the Hierophant. I became a little confused at first because for some reason I confused the Hierophant with the Magician, right? The Magician usually is the counterpart for the High Priestess, and I'm like, is the Hierophant? Oh wow, they're the counterparts, and no, they're not. The Magician is. There's something there, but the Hierophant, right? And remember, well, if you go back to part one, the Hierophant was significant in another way in part one. But here, right, the Hierophant and the High Priestess, again, this combination, I mean, just think about what it's saying. You've become so in tune with yourself. You know, right? You've gone from believing exterior or automatic thought responses that played based on lies that were ingrained for some of you even from childhood, that made you then automatically say things, lies about yourself that were not very nice, not very kind, and in addition, put yourself in or allow yourself to get into places, spaces around people, environments that also were very authoritarian, controlling, dogmatic, rigid, on some fuck shit, and you've alchemized that, and shifted that from a very cerebral to a very intuitive. You know, you tapped into your intuition. You began to trust you, right? As opposed to, right, with the and that's what the Hierophant wants to tell us, right? The Hierophant says, "La, fuck out of here. How I'm the Don Dada, right? I'm the ultimate authority on who I am and what I want and what I need." And I'm hitting myself now, right? It's deep because it says, you know, it comes from deep within, right? There's something about it coming deep within. There was something I had written. That's why I'm looking about the Hierophant, but. The Hierophant also being divinity, and we talked about this connection that you developed, right? This oneness, this trust, not only with the divine, but with, I'm hearing, the divinity that lives within you. I'm hearing the Father and I are one, right? I'm hearing now Genesis, for we are made in the image of God, right? God is, listen, that's another conversation, but and then, yeah, that's the thing, right? This masculine, this feminine, this integration, this oneness, beloved. I mean, it's just beautiful. And I'm hearing, you know, some people who take lifetimes to reach. I just heard such an elevation, such a sense of ascension. And I just noticed that she has the cross and he has the cross around their neck. Not that this needs to be specifically Christian based or anything, but there's something significant about, again, the alignment, the attunement. Remember, I just told you that initially I thought that they were like the perfect couple, like, or they were like the couple together. But there is the perfect coupling, right? Where the Magician may be the physical aspect of the coupling, right? On the 3D level. On the 5D level, I'm hearing Spirit say this coupling must coexist in order for any other coupling to exist. Ha! I heard, okay? And I know that to be so, right? And I'm so excited to end with the Knight of Pentacles, right? Because, again, they're just wanting to solidify for someone, and for those of you who are still in this journey, you're at the precipice, you're real, that this is a process. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but you did it, right? It took a long time, but you did it. And I know that you did, because now you will begin to see the fruition of your rewards, right? Like the Three of Wands, them ships came in. The Seven of Wands, we're looking at the harvest. What have we harvested so far? And you're going to see tangible evidence that is going to make you very, very happy. I'm hearing. Again, I'm hearing your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors, divinity, the one saying, clock it, beloved. Well done, my beautiful beloved.